Today on Tendy Talk, we're talking puck pullbacks. I'm Rick Besharah.
And I'm Chris Morin.
And we're talking tendies. Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking about puck pullbacks. And when I'm talking about puck pullbacks, what I'm getting at is the idea of controlling the play. It's all about controlling the play around you. There's a lot of opportunities for goalies to be able to play the puck or use a poke check. Personally, I think we've talked about it before where I'm a little bit more of a patient goaltender, so I really don't throw out the poke check too much. Well, I definitely don't anymore, but back in my day. But when I'm talking about pulling the puck back, it's normally to avoid another shot. It's all about controlling the play around you. It's all about the scramble scenario or the potential for another shot. So let's say we're in the D zone. Goalie's in the crease, stops a puck, and then if they're dropping in the butterfly and they stop that puck and that puck starts to get away from them slightly. So it goes off a leg or off a block or off the chest, whatever it may be, and it starts trickling away. The goaltender can do one of three things. They can watch it and let it roll away, in which case maybe they're being a little bit more patient. They haven't quite analyzed the situation yet. They can poke it because they're afraid that the puck may land into the other team's hands, or they can attempt to hook the backhand of their stick in front of the puck and then pull it back in order to get the glove on it, protect it with the paddle against the threats, and protect their hand as well as they're going through the whole thing. Now, I mean, not every situation that a goaltender is going to face where they're unable to control that first shot is going to allow them to pull it back. I understand that. But what I have seen over the years with coaching different goaltenders and just, the game in general is the idea that whenever I do see a goalie putting that puck back into play, they're essentially putting that puck back into play and it's still a 50-50 chance. Whereas if they're pulling it back, yes, they may be diving and throwing their weight off forward, but it is kind of a panic type of situation in that case, either way, whether they're poking it out or whether they're pulling it back. If they go for the pullback, then their body is still sealing the bottom of the net. Okay, so for that low shot, it's already close proximity because if they're just going after it with their hand still on the paddle, it's still close proximity, so chances are if there's a good hard whack at the puck, it's going to hit them anyway. Maybe it causes another rebound if they're unable to control it as they're leaning forward or whatever it may be. But at least by going after that puck and trying to retain that puck, you're causing one of a few things. You're controlling the play. Maybe your team needs a change, so you're allowing your team to get off the ice and send fresh legs back out onto the ice. It allows you to settle things down a little bit. Hopefully you've got a good center that's going to win that face-off for you. But what I like about the idea is that it gives you that control aspect. Poking it out, not so much, because it's kind of a gamble. If you have a lot of time and you poke it out past the other team and you've got another guy who've analyzed that situation, then it might work out to your advantage to turn it around and go the other way. But quite honestly, I haven't seen that happen too much.
The rare poke check pass.
Yeah, the rare poke check pass.
Doesn't happen very often. Yeah, so I mean, basically, it's like Rick says. If you poke the puck back out, you're giving a 50-50 chance. There's a chance that nothing bad might happen, but you're also taking the chance that you put it right on someone's stick and the puck goes right back in the net. So the most important thing as a goalie, right? You're at the back of the ice, so analyze the situation. If you're going to be in any situation where you're going to poke check, try to see where the threats are. Try to notice where everyone is coming in off the wings or whatever, and just make sure that if you are going to do it, you're not putting it in a bad situation. If you do have the opportunity, I would recommend covering it. At the very worst, cover it. Take a look around and analyze the situation. You can make a quick play if you have to, or like Rick said, get a whistle, get your team the change if they need it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always going to be the right play to poke it. It's not always going to be the right play to freeze it, right? If the way that I was initially taught with this whole situation was, if you don't have the ability to analyze the play, just retain the puck. If you don't know where the threats are, if you haven't seen which side they shoot with, if you haven't gauged their speed because you're puck watching too much, I mean, it's a different situation if you're facing a net drive versus a zone scramble in front of the net. I mean, those zone scrambles, you do whatever you can sometimes after that first shot happens and you're unable to control the puck and everybody's kind of waiting for that rebound in front of you. You do whatever you can to make sure that the puck doesn't go in the net. Ideally, if your defensemen are tying up guys or keeping the threats at a little bit of a distance, whether it be the zone scramble or whether it happened to be zone entry, if they're keeping the threats away and you've got a little bit of time, there's no reason why I don't see why you can't pull it back and retain it. And worst case scenario, you pull it back slowly if you have the time, keep your glove off of it, analyze the situation, and maybe you play it back out if there is that pass option curling off, or if you have that time. So that's where I'm talking if the puck is released in terms of a shot from just inside the blue line, you know, and the defensemen are keeping the guys at bay, then you might have that time. There's a time and a place for the pullback. I've always liked the idea of retaining and stopping the play, slowing things down. That way there's more control in your team's game. There's also more control in your game. Now, hockey is a fast sport and you want to keep momentum going too. So what I would suggest is that goaltenders, if you can, at the younger ages, retain, learn the game, progress as you go. That way you're able to take advantage of the times where you do see those plays developing. The older guys, in terms of like beer league pickup kind of guys, you know, there's a lot of time where your D are nowhere to be found. So I would strongly recommend maybe retaining that puck, or if you do have that opportunity to clear the puck out of your zone, no one's back checking for you anyway. So thank you very much for watching. If you do have any comments or questions, feel free to add them into the comment section below. We'll be happy to answer them, or you can contact us at contact@gaahockey.com, and we'll be happy to reply to your email. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.